I don't have anything that I want to push it towards. I guess I could. I don't know.
I've got something.
Cool. You've got something.
I've got nothing.
I got a cool record today.
I never have anything.
You never have anything.
What I was gonna say when you said that Burger King
Talk
brought
about no inhibition.
What?
Talk about how you have no restrictions anymore, like Mac.
Okay, but
So
wait.
why is Mac your Facebook banner? I went to your Facebook the other day and I looked and
Why did you go to my Facebook?
I don't know. It's like, I saw you like post something, so I clicked on it and then all of a
I
sudden
never
see
post
Mac.
anything. Yeah, isn't it funny? I'm just
Kenny's
like,
all like fat. No, he's not like that.
yeah, he is. I could show you.
I thought
He's like this.
he's like that too.
Yeah.
No.
He's like belly's out. He's like.
No, he's like sleeping on their pool table,
Oh.
and his belly's out. Yeah, you're right.
He's like, Jason, look at this.
It's been that for a while. Yeah, it's been that for a long time.
That's funny.
I identify a lot with Mac.
Me too. Me
My
too.
friends
I think
made me
it's-
fat.
I think it's probably my karate skills that I.
Yeah. Mine's mostly my hair. I wish I was more like Dennis.
Psychopath.
No, cool.
And psycho.
Someone actually pointed out to me on our levels are good. Someone actually pointed out to me at work the other day when we were talking about TV shows that we like, that every single one of my favorite characters on a TV show is like a psychopath, pretty character. Like Dennis is my favorite on Always Sunny for sure. On Game of Thrones, it's Jaime Lannister, the incestuous, super good-looking Prince Charming knight who murders people. Yeah, it's usually that. It's usually someone like that that is my favorite.
Huh.
And then
Probably
she was
says
like
that
that. Yeah,
much.
she was like, that says a lot about you, Austin. And I was like, oh whoa.
Oh wow.
No, oh
What
god.
am I?
Yeah, what have I done? It was just like that.
Well, you said earlier this is not doesn't have anything to do
Burger
with what
King
you were
brought
just
back their
talking
chicken
about.
fries.
Yeah, you talked
Yeah.
about Burger King bringing back their chicken fries, and I was gonna bring up the fact that I saw something. I didn't look much into it. It was just on like Facebook. It was just a stupid
Okay.
little post.
I know exactly the context of what you mean.
Yeah, just like a little banner that I see. And it was like, what's the word? What's the word? When you like admit to some, I guess.
Admit?
Confess. That was the word.
Confess,
They used.
okay.
Confess. That was the word that.
If it's Burger King, I'm gonna be really
that
upset.
was the word that they used, and the headline was Burger King confesses the use of horse meat in their product. And I was thinking about it, and I was
what?
like, well, what's the big deal about horses? Why does
I don't want to eat a
Why?
Why don't I want to eat a horse?
I don't know.
I don't
That's exactly
know.
what I was like. I was like, this is fucked. And I was like, wait, why don't I want to eat a horse?
I guess my stepsister like raises them.
So that's why you don't want to eat them?
I've ridden one. I've never ridden a cow or a steer, excuse me, to be proper. And I don't know. Horses seem like smarter and like more human. Like they can serve us another purpose other
Yeah,
than the
'cause of that-
meat.
'cause of that show.
Like it's not like what?
What's that show?
Spirit?
No.
Like that old Disney movie
No,
about the
no,
Mustang
no.
that no one saw.
No, I saw. It was good movie.
I think I saw it once at church.
How do you know that? What the fuck?
I don't remember. Well, it was during a summer camp thing that I did. Vacation Bible School. Hated
Wait,
it.
you watched that at church?
Yeah.
I watched that at church. Is that
Well,
a
we didn't
church
go to the
movie?
same church.
I know.
Is it a church movie? No, it's a Disney movie, so might as well be a church movie.
What? Why?
Because I feel like they use a lot of Christian themes in their movies, typically.
In spirit, you think they use Christian themes?
Well, yeah, it's about the American West. There's only Christian themes there. They like made Zeus and Hades into the devil and God, and that's not what they were at all.
It wasn't about the American West. It was about
A horse who lived in the American West.
yeah, but horses' ideals aren't the same as the American man.
How do you know?
Okay, touche. Or is that what? Is that the
Touche.
right word?
Yes, I fence.
Wait. So what I was gonna say, I said that.
And you said, why am I opposed to eating a horse?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that Burger King uses horses in their food, but then you said you didn't eat Burger King, so.
I wanted to. I really did. And I would go back knowing the horse meat thing. I would. Like, that wouldn't stop me.
Their horse meat chicken fries.
Yeah, why don't they just call them the horse fries? Like, you know
less
what? If they
appealing.
were upfront and they said, this is a horse burger, some people would be pissed. But do you know how many people would go to be like, I've never had a horse before.
Yeah,
I should try
that's
it.
a brilliant idea for like a burger joint. Like,
Just be straight up about the meats you use.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Is like
well,
use
Full
all
Records kind
different.
of does it.
They do.
Well, they have an ostrich burger. You can
What?
get. Yeah, I've had it.
Is it?
It's
what-
good.
Well, I guess
It's a little bit more
that's
expensive.
the thing. Why am I so like ostrich? Like it's just another bird. Like
Well, yeah, but I mean, again, ostrich are more human on account of the bald
you
heads.
keep using this word human, and I don't think you know what it means.
I mean, okay, like I would more readily see an ostrich as a character in a movie than I would see a steer. Maybe
Home-
not because
Home
back
on
at
the range.
and back at the
Barnyard?
barnyard.
Back at the barnyard, yeah.
Yeah, Chicken Run. Awesome movie.
Chicken Run,
Chicken
Is it
Run.
the claymation one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the
Chicken Run.
in the vein of Wallace and Gromit.
right? Chicken Little.
Chicken Little. That movie's really good. It's not the best movie in the world, but it's good. And I always forget that Zach Braff is Chicken Little.
Who's Zach Braff?
Scrubs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
White Scrubs.
White Scrubs. Dude, I listened to Nerdist with Black Scrubs on it.
Oh, Turk.
Yeah. it was
What's his
good.
actual name?
Black Scrubs.
Oh,
That's
a bummer.
I forgot his name, but he was really funny. He was.
have you listened to the Zach Braff one?
I think so.
Let's plug their podcast
You
on
know,
our podcast.
it might have been Zach Braff. No, it wasn't Zach Braff.
Zach Braff's podcast rules. Listen to it.
Okay, I will.
It's so. It's probably one of my favorite ones of theirs. Anyway, Chicken Little's a good movie. Genuinely, it was like a fun idea, I guess.
Fun time.
Or like I've eaten rabbit, but like Thumper's a Disney character. I don't know why I have a problem with that.
Yeah, I've eaten deer and Bambi's.
It was rabbit stew. I had it when I was a kid. Avila.
It's
not like it would
anyway,
say
the
no.
burger joint would be that exact thing, but each burger would be like different.
What's
like,
the meat?
Weird.
That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah. It's all,
Nah,
yeah.
meet and greet is what it's called. And then every week we have like a new bunch of meats. It's like, hey, get your eel burgers, everyone.
Yeah.
And they're just
Yeah.
like coiled up on it, like cooked.
Just with like ketchup.
Yeah.
And like buns. Like
That's all we have.
no, just bread, just slices of bread.
And it's a truck also that they drive, and they just like pick up
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
animals
Oh,
they can.
Oh, it's like a food truck.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they just cook them in the back, and they serve it all with wine. That's the only drink they have. Just boxed wine that they get from the back of like Safeways, where it like the delivery truck drops it, and they just like scoop it up and go like,
Yeah,
all
and
right.
we put ice in it because we don't know like what
We
wine.
want to water it down.
Yeah, not that we want to water it down. We just don't know you're not supposed to put
Get
ice
some. Here
in
you go
wine.
for this hot day, and they're
ice
like,
cold wine.
"Thank you."
That's so funny. Okay.
Why is it that meat thing is like a really? That's like a puzzling thing to me. I feel like.
Why you're like shocked and like appalled that they.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
if I was in the wild and I was like, I'm gonna die. Here's this horse.
Yeah.
And here's like a rock that I could bash its brains in with. I would feel bad, but I think I would do it. I think I would do it. I don't know. There is some animals like I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't eat a dog.
No.
I wouldn't eat a cat. Any big jungle cat or anything. Wouldn't eat it.
Would you eat a chimp?
Oh, I'd have to think about it. If someone
I feel
offered
like,
it to
I
me,
feel like you're talking about human traits. You're saying you're not going to eat an ostrich because it's like a human, but you're going to go ahead and think about a chimp.
yeah,
You're gonna
whoa.
consider the chimp?
What is wrong with me? I would consider the chimp. I would. What is it like? Is there a way it's being cooked? Like, or is it just like someone's lopping off the chimp's hand and it's like, chew the meat off, boy? And I'm like, okay. Like, could I choose how it's cooked?
Sure. I mean, it's not going to be the hand. It's going to be like a nice thigh. It's going to be like a piece
That's
of...
like a human thigh to me, though. That's what's weird about it.
It's going to be a good piece of meat. I mean, or you can get like the chimp Angus, which is going to be like the chimp's ass meat.
Yeah, when I found out that Angus was ass,
Yeah.
I was bummed.
Yeah.
No pun intended. It was, I found that out from a Jack in the Box commercial.
Yeah. It
Well,
like shows all like the...
Yeah, and they were like, "Can you point us to the Angus meat?" And Jack was like, "I'd rather not." And then I saw it was on the button. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
ooh." But I mean, like, I would think about eating a chimp. I would feel bad. I think, depending on what kind of monkey
That's
it
such
was.
a funny thing. That's such a...
It's such a backwards thing
It's
for
such
me
a
to be
double-
like, I
it's a-
couldn't eat a horse.
Just like in general, like
give
not...
me a monkey.
Yeah,
Like-
not like this isn't directed to you, but it's just like in general, like to everybody. It's like It's such a double standard.
If you would eat
like,
one animal, why would you not eat another
yeah,
one?
see,
Yeah,
like,
that's the way it should
why
be.
are people gonna get mad over a horse and not over a cow? Like, and I know people get mad over cows. That's why there's vegetarians.
Yeah.
but it's like the people that eat meat and then are like pissed at Jack in the Box or at Burger King because they're using horse meat. It's like,
Well, it's the same kind of thing, but on like a different level with Taco Bell a couple years ago, and they were like, only 30% of their meat is meat. The rest of it is like soy and oatmeal, and I was like, oh no.
I thought it was like worse stuff than
It
that.
tastes fine. Well, from the layman view that I took on it, I think maybe I just processed it as it's probably fine. It's probably just soy
It's
and
just
oats.
soy and oats, but they're
No.
like it's dirt and a little bit of worms,
But I,
and
which
some
is
compost.
And the guy was like, "Hey, worms is meat." No, but yeah, I was like, when I found that out, everyone was like, "Can you believe that? I will never eat there again." And I was like, "I don't.
I'm
It
going
tastes
there,
fine."
it's cool, yeah.
Or when someone was like, "The Jack in the Box tacos, that's soy beef," and I was like, "Cool,
Who gives a shit?
good. Like they're good.
Yeah.
Probably means it's a little better for me, right?"
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm not gonna go that far.
The logistics of it.
I don't know.
Um,
I don't know how soy works.
Well, soy is a bean.
Soy is
Austin,
bad.
that's offensive.
Soy is bad for you.
That's offensive,
I love
Austin.
soy.
Yeah, it does, truthfully. And most people think that when you're eating soy that it's really healthy or drinking like soy milk, but it's so far gone processed wise by the time that you get it, it's actually it has no nutritional value.
That's no nutrition.
That's my
Whoa.
new thing.
No
Yep.
nutrition.
If you don't have nutritional value, nutritional.
Nutrition.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get why that was such a big deal. And I remember that. And that happens all the time. It's like when people also flipped out about the chicken nuggets at McDonald's are made from that pink paste. And I was like, oh no.
The chicken nuggets at McDonald's are made out of their strawberry milkshake.
That's what I remember. I was talking to Carlo, and someone was like, "Can you believe that?" And they showed him the picture, and he was like, "That looks like strawberry ice cream." And they're like, "I know," and he's like, "I like strawberry ice cream."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, they taste fine. I've not gotten sick from eating one. I have heard a story of one time. I don't know if it's true. Heard it. Person knew a person.
Yeah, okay.
But I guess they bit into a chicken nugget, and like a huge pus ball exploded in their mouth from it or something.
Ooh.
Which, like, I don't know if I believe it. I've eaten a lot of McChickens in my day. Never happened to me.
A pus ball?
Yeah, which I
What
was
is
like,
that? What's a pus ball?
a ball of pus.
Like an infection.
Yeah, like they use some tainted meat.
Tainted
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, that's never happened to me. I'll eat it until that happens to me. I think, or until I see it happen to someone. But you know, honestly, if that happened in front of me to someone, I can't even say that. I've been to Wendy's since I got that big old hair in our burger.
Yeah, that's gross.
Our burger, my burger, and then I had a
we shared
sore
one.
in my
He
mouth,
held it and we bit
like,
it from both sides.
like Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp did.
No, but
Which would you rather be, Lady or the Tramp?
the Tramp. He's a man.
Yeah, but he's a tramp.
I don't care. He gets a home at the end. Like he's still not a.
He
like,
gets a what at the end?
He gets a home. He moves in with them.
Oh, what's a tramp?
Like a sexually promiscuous dog.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I mean tramp is just like a free, easygoing person. We could look it up. We live now. Your phone is on the table.
That's mine?
It's not mine.
Oh. I was wondering whose this was. That's weird. I was like,
Good
what's
thing you
this
didn't
phone?
leave.
I was like, what's this
Um,
phone doing here?
Well, who would I rather? No, yeah, the tramp. Wait, do I get to pick any character in that movie?
No, just Lady or the Tramp. It was,
Oh.
it was just a joke because they both seem bad to be. Lady
Well, they're both dogs, so yeah.
or Tramp.
I would be the Scotty dog, that small one with this accent.
Okay.
Oh,
That was a good intro. That was a good warm up.
that's the intro.
Welcome to the Board Life Podcast.
Yeah, welcome
episode
to the
number
Border
10.
Life podcast. Cut this part out. I really want us to have one of the, just like a little thing. I think it'd be so nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, not, yeah, okay. We like maybe with Jackson,
Oh, wait, a what? What are you talking about?
like just a logo screen to
Oh.
introduce it. Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
would be nice.
Okay.
So we should do that.
Yeah. What
Um,
about Jackson?
I was kidding about Jackson. Jackson really does want to do a podcast with us.
Okay.
He really wants to have his own podcast, actually. I know. He was like, "Could I use your equipment?" And I was like, "Fuck no."
Are you this tall yet?
I'm like,
You must be this tall to use this equipment.
um,
Yeah, so
The
welcome to the
meat
Border Life
thing.
Podcast, episode number
10. This is 10. That's what I labeled it as. The last one was 9. It's definitely 10.
What's up, guys?
That's cool. We hit 10.
I know.
Not that, like,
That seems like a good
a
place.
handful of people to stop. Is
Yeah.
that no? Like a handful of people listen to these, and that's really cool. But like, it's cool that we've done this for 10 weeks, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I've done something for 10 weeks.
10 weeks is a long time.
10 weeks is a long time. When did we start this?
10 weeks ago.
What was that? Was that in like May or June?
Yeah.
It was a while back.
It's got to be June, yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool. It's kind of a crazy thing because it's one of those things where it's like it seems a little weird because it's like it like happens every week, and so we finish it, and then I finish it and I put it on the channel, and then it's like, well, we got to make another one now.
Yeah, and it's like it. We didn't talk about doing it that way. I think we just like
Yeah.
put it up and we were like, "Oh, let's do another one." And then after that, it was like, "Well, we got to do another one."
Yeah.
Like,
So it's kind of a weird thing. It's cool that we've done it for 10 weeks, but it's also like
it's weird that we feel
it
like
like
publication.
it kind of like hit me, and it's like, holy shit, like this is something that I have to do every week.
yeah, it
It's
became like a job, like in a good way.
Yeah.
It became like a job, but
it's pretty
yeah,
cool.
that's what it feels like now. I like that.
Speaking of jobs,
GOBs. Just
jobs,
kidding.
gobs.
Gob, a magician named Gob.
I
You can tell him
I don't have a job.
he doesn't have a job. Isn't that funny? Is that what you want to talk about?
Sure,
Talk about it. Why did you quit?
I quit my job.
Yep, but why?
I thought I was supposed to. You told me to. I thought
I did. Well, I mean, a little.
you made me. No, I'm just. Kidding.
I was gonna say no. I think I actually was like, maybe it'll get better. I'm bad in that
What?
vein. I usually tell people to take the safe road. No, I don't. It
I don't think
depends
you-
on
you
all
didn't-
the
I don't
person.
think-
I don't think
know
you
if
actually
I don't know-
asked me.
I don't know. I didn't really ask you. No, I didn't ask
We
you.
don't see each other aside from this hour.
I didn't ask you if I should quit my job, but I mean, I told you that I was thinking about doing it, and you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me. Yeah, that's a good idea. You should do that.
Yeah, I don't. I think I just avoided saying something because I didn't want to give you bad advice. So I
Yeah,
was just
no.
like, "Hey, man, follow your heart."
Yeah,
Mulan
your
cut her
heart-
hair off
your-
and went away to war. It worked out.
It worked out, kind of.
Everything's a movie, you know.
No, I mean, it was hard. It was kind of a hard thing to do because I've been working
Yes.
at the same job for 5 years. And I worked with my aunt. She owns a business, and I worked with her in her business. But I just felt like it was time for me to move on from that. I mean, I've been working there for 5 years. I'm 21, and I've worked at a place for 5 years. That's a quarter of my life.
About a quarter.
Yeah, about a quarter. That's a long time.
That's cool though. That's like a. I think that's like
Quarter.
a thing to be proud of.
That is, I think, and I am proud of like the time that I've spent there, and I really liked working there. But it just like became something where it was just something that like, I mean, other than like helping out my aunt and like being a part of something that was like
Bigger than you.
no, not like big.
It's a
Being
tanning salon.
being part of something that was like family owned. I guess it was
Yeah.
cool because it was like, I don't know. It was cool because I really felt like I kind of had like a say in things. Like things would be like she would ask me things like, do we need this in here, or should I get that, and stuff like that. And like I would like help out with things, and I learned like so much about like owning a business.
It's
and
nice to
running a
feel like you
business.
matter.
Yeah, it did. It felt like I mattered there. Exactly, that's what it was. And so like it was, and it's hard to like, and it was hard to like leave because like I did feel like I was a big help there, and I know that like me leaving makes it a little bit harder on her and my uncle and the one employee that's left there. I mean,
Oh, God.
I mean, one main employee, like her
Oh.
kids would help. Her kids worked there over summer, but now summer's done, and so her son goes back to college and her daughter goes back to high school. So I mean, like her daughter's still around, but her son's just like gone, basically, like off at school.
To war.
And so her daughter's still around, and I mean, like, it was basically just, I don't know. I just felt I realized that like it does make it a little bit harder, but I mean like it's nothing that they can't handle. It's
Well, and honestly, I think
They-
no matter how good of a situation they were in, I think you would have made that argument in your head, and you would have said it's going to be way worse off without me, no matter what. Like that's just what you do. Like
it?
that's just When I left Starbucks, as much as I hated Starbucks for 3 years, I was like, dude, if I leave, God, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Like it mattered.
Yeah.
Like whatever happened there, like somehow impacted me after I left. And they were fine. Like
Yeah.
that Starbucks is still standing. Like
Yeah.
whatever they, the job got done.
yeah, and that's exactly what it is there. I mean, they've owned that business for I think like 13 years, since like 2001, I think. And it's like I have only worked there for 5 of those 13 years. It's
Yeah.
like, it hasn't been like
Which is a big chunk, and I'm sure you made a difference, and like they know a little bit better what they're doing now, but that shouldn't stop you,
right, and it didn't.
and
I
that's
mean,
good.
But it definitely made it hard though.
Yeah,
Because I feel I mean like it takes time, and it takes a lot of effort to train new employees, like whether it's at Starbucks or at
I had to train a bunch of them.
yeah, and so it's like and like so I mean kind of like in that sense I guess I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a pain to like figure that out. I don't know, but like I said, like
They'll figure it out. They'll
yeah,
be fine.
yeah, exactly. They're not gonna not let it like they're not like if they let it affect them, then like that'd be weird.
There's one thing I know when I left Starbucks. There was one employee that I had trained, and she was really cool, and she had an attitude very similar to mine. So I felt a little bit better when I left because I was like, well, there's someone who's a lot like me,
Yeah.
that I think can handle it with the same amount of jaded, stupid, misplaced anger that I had while I worked there. And she still works there, unfortunately for her. But, and so that it made it like weirdly easier for me to just go, okay. Well, and honestly, I was working at Starbucks for most of it because I worked with my best friend.
Yeah.
And I got to work like every shift with her.
Yeah.
And we would just like hang out. I was getting paid to just hang out, and I was getting paid a lot to work like nights.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was good at it.
Yeah.
So it made it honestly a little bit easier for me because I had lost everything there and I had just nothing left, like no reason to stay because it wasn't like my family's coffee shop.
Yeah.
Like you had, like it was like my friend left and then I waited like another month and then like it just got way worse. And then like the other friend that I had made left and I was like, welp.
Yeah, and I mean like that's the thing is like she knows, my aunt knows like that, you know, the people that she hires like kids, like teenagers. It's a lot of the people that start working there. It's a lot of the time the first job that they have. I think everybody, maybe not everybody,
That's really nice
but
of her.
but a very big portion of the people that have been employed there that has been their first job, and so she knows that like they're not going to be there forever. Like she knows like it's their first job, and
It's not a job you go corporate with and like
Yeah, and
do
I mean,
something with.
yeah, and there's just one place, and that's it, and
Yeah.
it's like your position and then her, the owner. You can't be the owner. I mean, I guess you could if you bought it from her, but you can't like.
Yeah.
You can't become like a manager or anything like that. So the show, she knows that, you know, not everybody's gonna stay forever, but still, it was still kind of like it was still really hard. I mean, it kind of like for like a few. I mean, I thought about it for like a few weeks, probably like a month, and then and I just was like, it was like hard to like go and like to like do
To
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you put in your 2 weeks at Starbucks, was it like
No.
scary? Or like,
I didn't anticipate doing it. They sat me down and said, "Look, you gave someone a free drink. We're supposed to fire you. but we're not going to because every other person in your store broke a more significant rule than you on the day that we reviewed the tapes. And also, it was really hard for me to take seriously because it was on Halloween and the manager delivering me this news was dressed as a pregnant nun, which is horribly inappropriate for work. So I was like, and I had spent that entire year doing whatever I wanted at Starbucks. And whenever they would like try to reprimand me about it, I would go, so fire me. Do it.
So they were gonna fire you, and
then they were going to fire me, and they were like, "Look," and then I just said, "You know what? No, I'm gonna go ahead and quit. Like, sorry, like it's been good, but if you guys are gonna do this and be this lame about that, I know I'm the best employee, so I'm gonna go ahead and back out. I know when like I'm not appreciated anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I did, and that was it. Like I said, I didn't go into work that day anticipating putting my 2 weeks in. I just said, I can't do this anymore. Sorry, it's not worth it. And then
did you have the other job?
No.
Did you start looking like right away? Right
I lucked out that day and I got a call saying like, hey, the district manager is at the Danville store if you want to go by. And I was like, yeah, okay. I just drove over there.
Yeah.
And I just like hoped and prayed that I would get the job before my Starbucks time was done, before that 2 weeks.
You?
Yeah, I did. They brought me in for one interview and then gave me the job immediately. And I was like, well, perfect. So it was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's cool.
I
had only quit one other job. Like while I was working, I had 2 jobs for a while at the. In case anybody is wondering, the job that I quit was a tanning salon. My tanning salon.
Mine was Starbucks.
I worked at a tanning salon.
You can tell.
Yeah.
You seem the type.
Yeah, I know. I definitely seem the type. Trust me, I got that a lot. Like, you're not the person I thought I was talking to on the phone. Like,
Did they expect some like Guido tan
I don't
buff
know
guy?
what they expected, but it wasn't me.
Well, you're never what I expect.
But I worked 2 jobs for a little while. I worked at a grocery store, and quitting the grocery store was like the easiest thing I've ever done in my life.
Did you even quit, or did you just stop going one day?
No, I quit. I quit. I gave a big notice at the grocery store. I gave like a month.
Why?
But I don't know. Why not?
Because they don't care. I feel like at a certain point they're just kind of like, okay, cool. Like I should have at Starbucks been like, here's my 3-year notice. 3 years from now, I'm gonna have a tantrum and I'm gonna storm out.
Well, I feel like no. I mean, no, they cared. Why wouldn't they? What they still have to find somebody to.
No, I mean more like well, just give us a 2 weeks. Like we can figure it out.
Oh yeah, I guess it was more like the owners of the grocery store were leaving.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave when you guys leave. That's what I told them. So I was like, so my last day will be your last day, and that was a month away. Like, but that was like nothing.
Yeah, I told my boss I was gonna put my 2 weeks in, and then I came in the next day to put it in, and it was her birthday, and I was like, "Oh, happy birthday, Farrah!" And she was like, "Thank you so much," and I was like, "That's my 2 weeks," and I walked away, and that was it. That was the last time I saw her. I didn't see her for any time after that. Carlo, the day she was leaving for vacation, put his 2 weeks in. I remember he walked in, she was like, "Oh, Carlo, it's so good to see you. I'm leaving." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be gone before you get back. Sorry." That was it. It was just like, and I didn't find out until like a week and a half later when Danny came up to me and she was like, "So Carlo wanted me to tell you this," and he says, "Don't be mad," but he put his 2 weeks in, and I was like, "What?" I was so sad. I only worked there like 6 months.
So on Saturday. So this is coming out on Friday. So tomorrow, will be my last day.
Everyone should send him some warm regards.
At my job, it'll be my last day, and then I will be unemployed. And I'm looking forward actually to being unemployed.
You should be. Let me ask you this: one fear that I do keep in my back pocket of weird fears is I'm always afraid that I'm gonna get a job that on a retail level where there's not I'm not gonna move up to a corporate position with it or something, but I'm gonna like it and think it's really cool and stay at it, and just
that's a fear.
Yeah,
that you're gonna stay at.
I think if I could have any job, I would probably want to work at a record store.
Yeah,
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah,
I don't think I would ever leave. I think I would just stay working like a dumb record store job. No offense to anyone who works at a record store, I want that job.
Yeah.
But I'm always afraid that I would want to do so much with my life, and then I would get that job and go, this is probably fine.
Yeah.
It'd stop.
So what's your question? Do I have that?
Do you have a Do you have that? Do you have a?
I mean, yeah, I did have that. That's one of the main reasons why I felt like I needed to
Well, mine's rooted in like I would like it. Like you didn't like the tanning salon, I don't
it's
think.
a fear that you're gonna like the
Like
job.
that I'm gonna get like I'm gonna
No, listen. Okay, I know what you're saying, and yeah, I had that fear, that exact fear.
Okay.
That was what it was. Was like I was like, I'm so comfortable right now,
yeah.
and like I told my aunt when I put in my 2 weeks, I was like, I feel like I would stay here forever, and that's not what I want to do. I don't want to stay here forever. I want to go and try to like to follow my dreams. Like, but if I could stay here forever, I would. And so that was like, to me,
If you want to go wrestle gators, you're not
Yeah.
gonna do that working at the tanning salon.
I want to be Crocodile Dundee.
This is enough.
Crocodile Dundee's on Netflix now.
Is it?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Anyway, but yeah, that was what it was. Was like, I would stay here forever if I could,
Okay.
but I can't. I can't stay here forever because I have things that I want to do. I want to follow my dreams, and I can't stay here forever. I don't get paid good enough to like move out of my house and like.
As much as I would like to imagine that I'm the type of person who would go, I'm going to follow my dreams no matter what, blah, blah. I know I get a job at a cool record store that I like enough. I would just, this is cool.
But I mean,
And I would get so comfortable and so complacent. I would get fat.
But
I
would
would
a
like,
record store
go
supply you with
bald.
enough money to live?
that wouldn't even, I would just like find a way to make it work. That's
Yeah.
the problem is I would
Yeah.
just become that super loser, so complacent guy
That's kind of how I like was. I was like.
who
I
just
was-
like flips through vinyl
I
every
was
day
on
and
that
goes like,
path.
yeah,
and I
man.
mean, and I did like working there. I did like
Yeah.
my job working at the tanning salon. Like,
You can go back if you really wanted
it
to.
was a good job. I mean, I met a lot of cool people. I had a lot of cool conversations, and like I got
Mm-hmm.
to know my aunt, my cousins better, and
That's a cool thing.
it was cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I learned a lot about a lot of different things, owning a business, a lot of things. Just like the people I talked to taught me a lot. It was cool.
I guess it would be more for me. It's like because I like music and like film so much, and usually record stores are also like they contain DVDs.
Yeah.
Like if I could work at Amoeba over in Berkeley, I would do it. Even though but see, the problem is then I'm getting stuck thinking like, oh, I'm kind of working in the field that I
field that you
want,
like, yeah.
but I'm just hawking other people's things and then going, oh, that
Yeah, no, I've
you don't even have that record. Oh my
I've totally
god.
thought about that. Like at the comic book store downtown, I was like, dude, I could totally do that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that guy lives above the comic store.
He does.
Dude, I would fucking do that. In a
I've asked him.
heartbeat, dude.
I asked him for years to give me a job.
Really? He said no.
Yeah, every single time. Well, he knows my name too because I've shopped there for so long.
But why wouldn't he give you a job?
Because he runs it. It's
He
him.
just doesn't need somebody.
Yeah, he was like, "Look, man, I just don't need anyone." And I
But
was
there's
like,
another
"One
guy
day
that
you will,
works
though."
there.
Yeah, well now, because I got another job and I stopped, and the next day he was like, "I missed that Austin kid. I'm gonna put that hiring sign out so he'll come back." And I was gone.
Yeah, dude, that's the life right there. Are you kidding me? He
No,
wakes up every morning.
see, but it's not.
Dude, that is.
That's the problem. Is it's
Dude,
not.
That's awesome.
Maybe not to me.
No,
it's not the
you're
life.
right. It's not, but it is.
No, you know what? It would be really cool to be able to be at work and go, whoa, look at this Black Flag record. And then just take it upstairs to the apartment that I live in above the record store that I own. And just listen to it. Or like just take it behind the counter and go like,
Yeah.
and that's another cool thing that I like about those record stores is I can walk up to the counter and say, let me hear this.
Yeah.
And they'll play it for me. And that's awesome. I want to be able to do that.
Yeah, you can just, and it's a record store, so it's not like a Macy's where they have to be playing like elevator music. Like,
Yeah.
it's a record store, you could put on whatever the hell you want.
Whatever you want. And they have so much, and there's just so much cool stuff. But I want to be making the cool stuff and not selling it.
Yeah.
And I know that I am the kind of person that if I got something that was comfortable,
Yeah.
I would just,
Yeah.
I would ease right into the groove.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's where I was at. That's exactly what was beginning to happen. And
I don't know that
mean,
that's a legitimate fear for me now
and
that
it-
I think about
And
it.
and I mean, it had happened because it did happen. I was comfortable in it, and I was like, what do I need anything else for? What do I need a different job for? Like, I'm like making enough money to do what I need to do right now, but that's what it was. It was just I was moving sideways, not forward. And
You know what it took me with Starbucks is quitting and immediately getting a new job that from the first paycheck, I was like, this is vastly superior. Like,
what did that do for you?
It just made me realize that like I don't want to be tied down and I don't want to be comfortable like that.
Oh.
Like I don't want to fall in because at Starbucks like I could do that job even now with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
like I did that. I would literally just walk up to the counter and go dead and just like make the drinks and call them out, and I wouldn't remember the entire 8-hour day. Like it was all it was like driving home to me, and then I would get off and go, all right, later.
Yeah, I mean,
and that
feel
was
like,
cool.
I feel like that's like Apple is nodding her head. I mean, that's just how it is at any job. I feel like. I mean,
I don't want that.
I don't either. I mean, it wasn't really like that at the tanning salon because
I remember these.
there was a lot of people that would come in and
Be rude.
like my friends, like
Oh,
not my friends, but like the people that like would come in.
Regulars.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
became my friends over time, and then it was like, oh, my buddy's in here now. Like I
that
don't know,
rocked
some-
about my
some
Starbucks.
Some sick cop or like some cool Oakland cop
Sick cop.
telling me a story about his time he spent like chasing bad guys through the streets of Oakland, like crashing police cars and like just crazy shit like that.
He doesn't sound great at his job.
Or that farmer that tells me the stories about like
I forgot
shit
about
and
that.
stuff.
Fuck.
or just like anybody, like teachers telling me like just like talking to teachers about like their lives.
You
and,
know,
like,
shit. Like I did.
sick stuff like that.
I had that at Starbucks too. Like regular customers, I got a lot of gifts when I was leaving, which was cool.
Yeah.
I
I haven't told anybody.
I
that.
put one of my regulars. I see him because I'll go in occasionally now that my friend manages that Starbucks, which is awesome. And if she had stayed our manager, I probably wouldn't have ever left.
Yeah.
Because she's just that cool. But there was like a regular customer named John. John, I gave you this information. If you're watching this, this is cool. Who I would talk for like my entire 8-hour shift
Yeah.
about movies because we had that bar that you could sit at.
Yeah.
We would literally just sit there and just talk.
Yeah,
And it
dude.
was awesome.
Heck yeah.
I would spend my lunch break still talking to him. I met a guy from Netflix there.
That's sick.
Yeah, well, I told you about that.
Yeah.
Such a chance meeting. Again, another reason why I should be more grateful to Starbucks because I was able to literally turn to my manager and say, I'm going to just take my 10 now and walk off in the middle of it, being super busy just to talk to that guy.
Yeah, that's sick. I know I met a guy, that cop that I was talking about. He's like an extra in a lot of movies.
Yeah, you've told me about that.
Yeah, it's just like sick. Like, oh, dude, I didn't know like you were into that. He's like, yeah, I love acting. He's like, if you ever want me to act anything, I'll be glad to. And I was like, that's sick. Okay, like
Sick. See, that's
was
so
like,
cool.
I don't really want to waste your time, so I'm probably not going to ask you to do that. But
You should
thank
ask him to play a police officer in something.
Yeah, maybe.
He'd have all the equipment.
Yeah,
And maybe the
you
dog.
You can't just like.
Check it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
He
Shit.
leaves. They're like, all right, just like you leave like a little piece of paper in there that says like I'm taking my Glock home.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like I'm borrowing.
they have to
borrowing
have it.
Cruiser number 9 and like and like this AR over here.
What if this AR? I could get us one of those.
Yeah. Okay.
You're laughing. But that is cool. And like, I guess I don't appreciate it when I think about or until I like deeply think about it.
Yeah.
And I wish that I had like a cool like I said like the record store job or something like that.
Yeah,
And if one day I did work at one, that would be awesome. I'd probably be really happy. But I try really hard to stay in the mentality of I don't want any of this to be what like my life because I don't think I'm doing maybe minus like the podcast because I like doing this, but like I don't feel like with anything that like this is what I want to do. Like, oh, I should keep doing this. Like, I'm not like Pet Food Express is really cool and I love working there.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to stay doing that.
Yeah. And even with the
maybe
podcast,
actually
like,
maybe
who-
if I got a
like,
corporate job.
like, we don't have to want to do this.
Yeah, exactly. Like this podcast, one day one of us will die,
It
and
doesn't
we
have to be
can't
a
do
death.
it.
We could just not do it. We could just decide like,
well-
it was fun, but let's take a break from it.
Yeah, we could, and but like this satisfies me, and I like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to live in a state of like constant satisfaction of everything because I want to be always like, oh, I got to do something else. Like I
Yeah.
should be doing something.
And I noticed something too. I don't know. It's a weird thing that I've been thinking about a lot, and I don't know when like the change was. But I used to be when I was in like middle school and the first years of like high school. I was kind of like really like kind of crazy. Like I feel like I've like mellowed out a whole lot, and I don't know if that's just like a maturity thing or what it is, but
Probably a maturity thing.
I feel like but I dislike it. I dislike the fact that I've mellowed out because I remember like just like being like literally like insane. Like,
Why do you want that?
I don't know, because it was fun. I think like
Give me an example of how you were insane, and I will explain to you why you don't want that.
I remember like I was just like I was thinking about like schemes and scams, and like I was a little like entrepreneur, dude, and like
You were Eddie from Ed, Ed and
I
Eddie.
was
You were not an
Eddie.
entrepreneur.
I
You
was-
were Eddie.
but like as much of an entrepreneur as like an 8th grader can be, like
With the gum.
with the gum, that's one thing, and there was like
You should probably tell that, so because like not everyone here knows the gum.
I mean like I don't even think it was really like my idea, but I just
It
like
more or less was. I don't know.
it was like me and my friend in Austin,
Not me.
not this Austin, a different Austin, and we would go to 7-Eleven after school and buy just a shit ton of gum and Tic Tacs and candy and then go back to school the next day and sell it at school with like a little bit of bump in the price. You know, you gotta make a profit. And then, of course, when you're at 7-Eleven, you know, we would buy some candy for ourselves because you can't be getting high off your own supply.
God damn, you guys are.
And so we would sell it and make money, and then, well, we stopped selling it because, like, we started getting, like,
In trouble?
no,
Oh, I thought you guys got in trouble for
no,
it.
like, jumped.
What?
Yeah. Like, kids would, like, I remember there was, like, I don't want to name names, but, like,
I know exactly who I think you mean.
there was kids and, like, they found out, like, yo, Jason's got a backpack just packed to the brim.
What
Not
I
with-
remember
not
of
with
it-
homework, not with books, but with just gum and candy.
I remember you walking up and going and holding it out and having it all inside your jacket.
I did have that.
and it was
how-
taped with prices crudely written underneath it. And I
Yeah.
remember just going, "What?"
Yeah, exactly. That's insanity, bro. I would never do that now? And
We were living
and I
a
miss
cartoon
that.
life.
Yeah, that's sick. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to the hustle. Like, it was a hustle. Like, every day was a hustle because I wanted like a little bit of money so that I could like
Nothing
go
like
to
that childhood hustle.
so that I could go to Carl's Jr.'s after school and get
Okay,
like
jeez.
get some cookies and some cake and like stuff
That's.
my face.
I will
and,
give
like,
you this. Everything to me was about having enough money to go to Carl's Jr. and buy something that I wanted, / have 50 cents just for curly fries at school.
Yeah, that's what it's about. That was it.
I was
that's what
living
it was-
right in the moment
That's
then.
what it was all about. Was like living on the fringe and like hustling. Like, oh, I gotta find $1.
You were not living on the fringe.
as
like,
much, listen,
of
as much
society.
as much as an 8th grader can live on the fringe in
do an
in
eighth-
suburb and
Okay.
in the suburbs
Of
the
San
suburbs
Francisco.
of Livermore,
Well,
not of San Francisco.
Livermore is a suburb of San Francisco.
Oh, it is.
Technically, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what it became. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, as much as like as privileged as I was as a child,
Mm-hmm.
I was living on the fringe as much as I could.
Yeah, I guess
Because like
you're
my parents wouldn't just like give me money. Like, here, go to Carl's Jr.'s.
Yeah,
after
where did you get the
school.
initial capital for the investment in the initial?
I think I mowed lawns. I think.
I
I don't know if that was before, if that was after or at the same time, but I remember I went around to the neighbors and like, can I mow your lawn for $10? And then they were like, ah, sure.
just
Sure.
mowed it, and you're like,
It's done. No, I did a pretty good job. I didn't actually do that. I was like handed down the job from another neighbor kid who was like going off to college or something.
oh, so the neighbors were like, Jason's next, and you're like, what?
No, and then I was like doing. I think that's where I got it, but then I was bad at it, and I just stopped doing it. And
I want to pose a question to that also. Why didn't you just keep mowing the lawns and making the money that way, not having to sell the cash at school? Like,
because that was too much work. That was manual labor, and it was like a lot of lawns. And I mowed the front and the back of each house, and then edged it. And it was like one. It was my house. Right? It was at least 5, maybe 6
Oh,
lawns.
fuck that.
6 houses with front and backyards, edging both of them for like 10. I think I might have charged $10 front and back, or $10 for front and $10 for back. So it was like $20 a house, But that was like,
that's $100 for a day of work. That's not worth it.
I mean,
You can only work what, like every 2 weeks?
every
More
week.
than I work.
Every week.
That's more than I earn in like an 8-hour day.
Every week I would mow them every week.
Holy shit!
And then sometimes people would ask like, "Oh, could you like?" There was one lady.
what a bummer for you.
There was one lady. She asked me like every once in a while to like trim some bushes and pull some weeds and stuff.
I think she
And
meant something else, and you would
and
just
then-
like go trim her bushes, and she was like, "Damn it!" She was like watching you from the window, like
No,
this kid's a moron.
There was one lady. It was weird, dude. Like she was like,
Shut up.
I swear to God, she was like, want to come in for some lemonade, and I was like, no, that's okay.
Was her daughter's name Stacy?
No, she didn't have a daughter. Anyways,
she
yeah, I
was
think
lonely
that's
then.
where I got the initial capital, or you know where I might have even gotten the initial capital was just asking people for $1.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time.
That was like my main thing. I remember there was a girl, I asked her for $1 every day, and she gave it to me every single day of the year. I feel so bad for that to this day.
Who?
I don't want to say
Okay.
her name.
Yeah, no,
But
don't.
she was the nicest girl, and I feel so bad because I took full advantage of her.
Every once in a while, I would convince someone that they had owed me $1. I would and I would go, yeah, you do, and they would go, really? And I was like, yes, I need it.
Give
And they would go, oh, yeah, okay, and they would
Dude.
give it to me, and then I would go buy my lunch.
That's smart. There you go. And I mean, like, dude, I was hustling everything. I was hustling money from people on the streets. I was doing like card tricks for money, and I was like,
You were asking for money, but just doing
I was
the card
selling
tricks.
candy, and like I would have to take the bus home every once in a while from school, and I would like from high school.
okay, yeah, I was like, I
and-
walked with you.
Yeah, no, from high school, and I would have to like. What we would do is we would like split the bus passes in half down the middle, and then you have 2 bus passes now.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would like
Yeah.
trick the bus lady, like, so instead of using 1 bus pass, like you got to use 2, and then like I don't know, it was just like stuff like that, and I just was like, and then I just like fell out of that. I don't know, I just stopped thinking of like ways of like,
It's because you get in trouble now.
no
No,
would
you
get-
rip a bus cat in half and go. They go, sir, step out of the vehicle, and they arrest you.
I mean, it doesn't have to be to that. It doesn't have to be that on that scale or on that like level.
Okay,
It
smaller
can be-
scale then. You
no.
go get a bunch of candy, sell it to the middle school that we live next to.
That's for sure arrested. Come here, kids. Want to buy some fucking?
Yeah, especially the
candy or
same way you go
something?
like,
Want to buy some fucking bubble gum?
and then you still get jumped by the same group of kids.
Yeah, this fucker's got a big bag of bubble
And
gum.
you're like, no,
Get him.
leave me alone, leave me alone.
I'm like, no, it's my bubble gum.
Why do you talk like that?
Because that's like a creepy guy. I don't know.
Oh, and I remember sometimes the
buy some
ice cream
fucking Tic
truck would
Tacs.
park outside the back of our middle school after school.
Yeah, that's another reason
Kids
why
just
we need to
lost their
hustle for-
shit. Yeah, like for that.
I was just talking to somebody about that. I forgot who it was.
Oh, I used to watch. There was a guy who got beat up by a girl in front of it, and I remember me and Jake Graham
I think
watched.
that was me.
Were you there? No, it wasn't you.
It was me. I got beat up by a girl.
No, I remember who it was though. It wasn't you.
Oh, okay. Don't say
Um,
that. I don't care.
I-
I got beat up.
Beat up by a girl?
Yeah, she threw a bunch of paints at my face, and then punched me in the, and then
I
punched
wasn't
me
there for that.
and knocked me off my bike.
Wait. Ooh, I might have been there for that.
I
No, I
forgot
think I
who it
walked
was.
up after, and you were like picking up your
I
bike.
had like a red helmet, and she was
Uh-huh.
like, "That's a gay helmet or something," and I was like,
You're right.
It's the only one I have. I'm sorry." And she threw a handful of pennies at my face. Fucking, what the hell? Why'd you? Oh, and then pushed me off my bike, and then I was on the ground. Dude, I got picked on a lot in middle school. Man.
Use your flames on
Dude.
your hat. I got it.
Yeah, dude.
I understood why.
Dude, you want to know another? Dude, man.
Do you miss
going
John
through
flames on your
Going
hat?
through those catwalks. You remember those catwalks? That was scary, dude.
Yeah.
I was terrified of those catwalks. One time I was riding my bike through there, and these kids came up on either side of my bike, and they put sticks in my spokes and stopped me, and I fell off my bike.
That's why I didn't ride anything anywhere.
Dude.
Just walk.
It sucked.
Do you remember
And my bike got stolen?
the huge ass fight behind PW?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a ring of children.
There was like a sea of kids around it, and I remember I was very far back. I was like
And
not
then, like,
a part of it.
And then like a cop came or something.
No, it was that one of the guy's older brothers
Right.
rolled up and like turned
In, like,
around,
his
and the
truck.
kids like scattered. And I remember seeing you.
No, it wasn't the kids.
No, you
No,
kids.
I mean, it wasn't the brothers that made the kids scatter.
I thought
the
it was
brothers like
Karen.
if the brothers showed up in their pickup truck, and like the brothers and like their friends like showed
Yeah.
up in their pickup truck, which means they had to have been like juniors or sophomores in high school.
Yeah, that's what I remember it being.
And we're like
8th grade.
8th grade, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was 8th grade, yeah. And those, because you guys didn't go. You were like far away.
Yeah, I was like, we were watching it from there, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
this-
I was like, me and Austin were like right there.
yeah, it's like it was
right in the thick of it.
fucking. You guys were like tossing money into it, like yeah.
Yeah, and dude, it was a good fight, dude. It was.
I remember
brawl.
hearing it was good,
It was a
but
brawl.
what
the-
sticks
but
out
the-
to
wait,
me?
No, wait.
I remember it.
Why?
Okay.
I just want to tell you why. The brothers roll up and they get out and they do something. Something happens and the fight took place. And then a police officer came around the corner. Was somebody called the police because there's 50 kids.
Because there was like
behind.
500 kids
Yeah.
tossing money.
So the police come, and then that was when cops scatter, everybody.
Someone slammed down the bottom. Was like scatter.
Yeah, and then the kids, shit, go, go, go. And
No,
then,
but I remember seeing like we were like, oh
was a
shit, what
stamp- it
happened?
was a
And it was a
stampede.
stampede, but at the front of it was you and Austin, like you guys are like running right at us. And we looked and saw you guys and laughed so hard because you were the only like discernible two, and you were like at least 15 feet in front of everyone else.
yeah, we had first sight on the cops, and we were out of there. Cuddy
So
fight. Oh
fun.
man, that was
One of my favorite things about school used to be when there was going to be a fight and walking with one of the
Walking to
people who was like about to do the fighting,
Yeah.
because everyone was like, and they were like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this, and everyone was like, here we go, like
Yeah, dude.
yeah. And I would get so worked up and get
Man.
so excited. There was that like finals week in high school where
Oh my god.
there was like
Fight week.
there was like there was like
fight week.
6 weeks,
And then
or there was like
and
6
that
fights.
Girl, like led that like
Yeah,
Wait.
Tanea?
what?
Didn't she like rip off this girl's weave?
That was another one.
That was a
That
different
was same
one.
week.
But
Maybe
there was
same
a
day.
girl who led like a march.
What was her name?
I
With
don't
an
know.
A. Her name started with an A.
Angel Lee?
Alana?
No, Alana. It was Alana. She like led. There was like probably
Dude,
100 people.
More. There was more, dude.
And
There
everyone
had
was
to
like,
be
"Oh
more.
shit!" And I remember she was like walking, and we like walked out of the cafeteria, and they were like walking, and like they were walking right at us. I remember looking at you and going, like, "Holy shit, what is happening?"
Dude, it was crazy. One girl in the front, and then probably it was a snake of people.
Yeah, it was like very
it was like
organized column.
Yeah, it was like 5 wide, and then just like 500 deep, and it was just like weaving through the school. Oh shit,
It's okay.
My bad. It was just weaving through the school. Just this one girl like leading this charge.
They
I don't know what.
all of them went through the girls' locker room that day.
did?
Yeah, everyone followed her in there because she was looking for one person to fight.
Jeez. Yeah, that week, dude. That finals week was crazy. Though,
Yeah,
dude.
that one girl's weave got pulled out.
Fight
Part of
week.
it,
Dude, that girl whose weave got pulled out. Her head was like, or one of those girls' head was like slammed into a
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
Like repeatedly. Like we didn't go to a bad like
We
live
didn't,
in
no.
a good neighborhood. I
Yeah,
feel like
we went to a good school.
we went to a good high school, and this week during like
This was such a
Or was it our
no, it was
senior
our junior year.
dude. So many fights happened that
This
that week. It was crazy.
That was such a poor representation of our school.
that really was
Like I
that
felt
was-
bad at
we
the end
were-
of it, but I was like,
dude.
oh, why did we?
those kids. Even I was a part of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, I
Animals.
followed it.
We were animals.
I
we
looked at
were-
it and my pupils dilated, and I became like a fucking coyote
Dude,
person.
hungry for just like we gotta see a fight. Like
Yeah,
come
well,
on.
I was a coyote in the sense that I wasn't gonna do the killing, but when it was over, I was gonna come in and clean the
Come in and
scraps
get the
up.
scraps, yeah, you
And
were
like I remember
stabbing.
like that week, like everyone was kind of like, oh yeah, like there's been so many fights, and everyone felt tougher, even though there had been 6 fights between 2 people each. So really only what?
Was it 2 people?
12
I thought it was like a lot of different people were fighting. I thought.
Well, I would say 2 people per
Oh,
fight.
2
and there
oh,
were 6
yeah, yeah,
fights.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
about
yeah.
12 people could,
Yeah.
in all seriousness, feel tougher.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was a crazy ass week, dude. That was like every day there was a fight.
yeah, that was awesome.
Every day, sometimes twice a day.
Once, twice a day. Yeah, that was and like
Another fight. You just hear another fight.
That's one thing I like about
I think I know
college,
what's
because I
happening
think if there was like I haven't seen a fight in college, but if there was one, it would be like a really big deal.
Yeah, like who would be there to break it up? Just the students around. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And I would
without
hope
a
someone would
teacher
do it.
Be like,
I
teacher
would
would be like, what the fuck? I don't.
Yeah,
Who gives a
who
shit?
gives
These
a-
people are adults.
Kill each other. I don't care. Smaller class sizes.
Yeah.
Um,
These people are fucking adults. Why are they fighting?
they're not adding into my class. I don't give a shit. But like, I miss the adrenaline rush of that, which is such a dumb thing because I like don't even really like fighting, and I don't want to do it myself.
Yeah.
But being around it just gets you
Dude.
jacked.
I kind of want to get in a fight.
So get in one.
I've been like itching just to like. I just want to be in a fight.
You're in a weird transitional period in your life, aren't you?
I don't know. Now this is a thought I've had for a very long time. A year. It's been in the back of
The
my head.
fight.
Yeah.
So okay.
And I want to just like, I don't know. I just want to feel what it feels like to get punched in the face, and I just want to know what it feels like to punch somebody in the face. Like,
I'll punch you.
but I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be a serious thing, like a real, a genuine like feud, and like a major disagreement, and like somebody like does something very personal to me, and I just like,
Like
they
a
hurt.
genuine Montague
Like
versus the
I want it to be.
Capulets.
I want it to be like.
Street
I don't.
brawl.
I hate to say this, but I want it to be like somebody's trying to hurt Avila, and then I have to like step in and be like, "Yo, back the fuck up," and this dude doesn't back up, and then we fight. We fight. Like that's how I want it to be. I don't want it to just be like, okay, let's fight. I want it to be a real thing. I don't want it to be like, which is making me kind of like go out of my way and like looking for shit. Like, yo, back up, bro. And then he's like, what the fuck? Okay.
And he's like,
geez.
dude, I know her. And Ava's like, yeah, this is my friend.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, back off. And he's like, dude, okay. And you're
Okay,
like, not quick enough.
Okay. Yeah. And I just drop. I'm like, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Come on.
You flip up the collar on your
Yeah.
jean jacket and you like walk off. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, fuck that pussy right there.
He was on like crutches.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything.
No, okay, but
I hit someone one time.
You did?
Yeah, it was at a show with my cousin Garrett, and I didn't like it. I
Why?
felt really bad.
Did you like knock him down?
Yeah, and it sucked. And like after I was like, "Fuck that guy, God!" And then I was like, "What am I doing?"
What
like,
did you do to deserve it?
he kept just fucking beating up on Garrett.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Well,
it was during
that's
August
justi-
Burns Red.
That's justifiable then.
And it was like to the point where I was like, stop! Like
Yeah.
you need to stop! Like multiple times, and he wouldn't. So I hit him right in his face. Like I literally turned around and I like punched him as hard
was
as
it
I
like
could.
square in the
yeah.
face, or was it like a hook?
No, it was like square, like right in his fucking face because I was right there and like we were in a very small crowd.
Yeah.
And I put my hand right on his chest and I hit him right in the face, right like that, with
Like
my
as-
hand up like that, and my knuckles were all swollen
Like
because
as
of
hard
it.
as you could?
As hard as I could, and he fell back right into the pit. And was like, ooh, ooh.
And you just laid off after that?
Well, then I grabbed Garrett by the collar and was like, "Fuck, like, come on!" Like,
Oh.
and we like walked out.
Yeah.
We watched the rest of the show from the back, but I was just like, "Fuck this!" There was a doctor there. He taped my hand up. But
You're
yeah.
sitting next to the dude you punch, his nose is all split, and the doctor's like taping your
No,
hand.
like I walked back and like I was like, "Fuck, my hand hella hurts." And this guy grabbed it and he was like, "I'm here with my kid and I'm a doctor." And I like, looked and he was like, "I have
he,
some
like,
tape."
he,
Yeah,
like, saw what
yeah.
happened?
And he was like, "Here," and he like taped my hand up for me. He was like, "You'll be okay. Like just don't do anything to it." And I was like, "Thank you." But I felt bad because like I don't want to fight someone at a
Yeah.
show, and I fucking hate that. And
Yeah.
I've seen it, and then I was like, "What am I doing?" Like
Yeah.
that was so lame.
But I mean, if he's like beating up on your cousin, then,
yeah, I mean, yeah, but like,
who was like younger, much younger, like
yeah, Garrett was like very young.
And
at the
now
time.
Garrett, I'm sure, could take care of himself.
Garrett would have ripped that guy in half.
If it was now,
Well, okay, Garrett still wouldn't have because he's like super nice,
yeah,
but like
he has the ability.
Garrett is yoked.
So wait, okay, so we got kind of off topic.
What was the topic?
The core. I was good. I was
You
saying.
quit your job.
I was saying that I miss living on the
fringe, yeah.
the kind of fringe.
Okay, I can see why.
And
The excitement of it.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like I just feel like.
You were just fucking throwing bricks in the wind, dude. Every day,
That's what it was.
nothing mattered.
It really,
like,
yeah, and dude, like, I mean, and I have some money saved up, and so, and I don't feel like I won't be living on the fringe until that money's gone. So I'm kind of looking forward to running out of money, because then
I am not
because
looking
then-
forward to you running out of money,
dude. Because then it's serious. Then like now I have no money. I have to go do something now. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's make it or break it at that point. Like I either figure out what I'm gonna do and do it, or go back to getting just some regular like a
Joe
regular
job?
Yeah, like
get one at a
going-
record store, and I'll be like, damn it,
going and working, you know, at just a regular like a part-time job that a college student would have, and like. And I mean, like, I don't need to do that yet because I've got a little bit of money saved up.
which is cool, respectable.
But yeah, I mean, it's just that whole like, just kind of like really trying to like, just put myself in a situation that
Is gonna force you to,
do something. Yeah,
yeah. That's a good thing.
I think so. I think that's what I need.
Well,
I'm
I guess
the-
that's
I'm that-
exactly what I talked about, where I said like I don't want to be comfortable because I won't do things if I am. Like
Yeah,
I
that
need to
is.
force myself.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of the reasons why I want to like I want to move.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's like, and that's exactly like
I want to go away where I don't have like my family there to like fucking
to bust
safety
to bail
net
me
me.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or like I like. Well, I'm also not super satisfied with America in general. No offense to you, America. It's just sometimes it's not your cup of tea for a little bit. And I think it'd be cool to go live somewhere else that's
Yeah,
like
it might be.
exotic, like Arizona. Just kidding.
Arizona. Well,
No, it's a desert. I don't think humans should live there. I don't think it's
Yeah.
that Phoenix Arizona is a testament to humans like hubris, and I remember they said that on King of the Hill one time, and I was like, that's the truth. Like,
But that is why.
Let's move to England and we could all talk like this.
no, they would be offended by that. I want to move to Vancouver, Canada.
Okay.
I really do.
Well,
It seems like the coolest. That's
You make fun of Canadians all the time.
I know. Thank you.
he wants to go there to get some new material.
No, I really do though. They have the second largest film studio in North America.
Yeah.
It's I don't know why.
Vancouver Film School is a really good film school.
Yeah, and you know what I was thinking about? One of the professors I have at San Jose is an adjunct professor, which means he works for the San Jose Film Festival or Santa Cruz Film Festival, and he's writing his like thesis for his PhD right now. So he's still a college student. He just works at San Jose as a part-time job as an instructor
Oh, that's
for my
sick.
art of film class, which is about to be awesome. And I was like, why couldn't I do that? I could do that, like, and that would be I would like just be working like teaching a couple classes about something I like
Yeah.
that would be really cool.
That is. That's
So I was like, why not? Yeah, Vancouver Film School, they have a bunch of like there's opportunity there. Why not? And I like the idea of like fucking packing your bags and throwing it to the wind and going somewhere else.
Yeah, that's sick. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, you're there. That's cool.
I'm ready to pack up and go somewhere.
Respectable.
I don't actually know how ready I am to do that. That seems scary.
It is scary. It actually makes me nervous when I think about it, but I think I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I will. Like
Yeah.
I will for sure. It's a crazy thing though.
It is. That's such a weird thing. The fact that like, I mean, I don't know if your family lived in California their whole lives, but
They have.
my dad lived in Michigan when he was growing up.
Oh.
And like there was a point where he moved out here.
Just because?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never talked to him about
See,
it.
that's awesome to me. That's such a
But there was a time when he decided like there's nothing for me in Michigan. I got to go somewhere else. And he
Right,
decided
yeah.
to come to California for some reason. I don't know why.
and that's kind of how I feel. I feel like California is the easy one, but I think that's I've wanted that since I was a kid because you like a lot of the stories you hear about like people like they went west and they like or like the people who came to America like they left everything behind to like try it and I was like, well, I want to do that. Like I want to go somewhere and I want
Let's
to
go west. I hear there's a place out there. It's called Atlantis.
That would be in the Atlantic Ocean, which would be east.
Is Atlantis in the Atlantic Ocean?
That would make sense.
Why? Just because they have the kind
Well,
of
I guess
same
we don't
names?
know where it is.
I'm just assuming it's it's just in the ocean.
Does it move?
I don't know. It probably is in the Atlantic Ocean.
Who
because
knows?
This
You
is
know
why,
what-
this is why I think it might be in the Atlantic Ocean because
The name.
No, nothing to do with the name. Just because every like Gotham and like even though I mean yeah Gotham and what and
You're just basing this on a city that doesn't even exist. like the first thing is
well
like
yeah I know.
Gotham.
Well, Atlantis doesn't exist either. So
What?
that-
You-
so that's why I'm basing my speculation.
It's all
off of
East Coast
other cities.
places.
Yeah, Gotham and what's the super
Metropolis.
Metropolis. Those are all like New
Miami.
York. Yeah.
Where are the penguins from?
Yeah, I don't know. So
Yeah.
let's just pretend like Atlantis is in the Pacific Ocean, somewhere under Hawaii. Let's say.
No, but really, I do want to make that. I want to do that thing where I like pack my bags and I say, well, so long, folks.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back someday. Maybe I'll come back and I'll buy a house and I'll build it up and it'll have big white columns and blue shutters, just like in the Notebook. And then Gus
I'd
will come
kill
back
you
to
for
me.
I'd kill out a Slayer throw for that.
Why? Is that what you wanted to do?
No,
Oh,
it's the exact opposite of what I do. What I want to do.
you want to have a black house with red shutters.
And I want it to be like
Six.
mega ground, like underneath, like you know what I mean,
It's
like.
a cave.
But like it's a house, like your house is right here coming up, and my house is like underneath it.
Your house you can
The
only
mirror.
get to if you look in the pond next to my house.
Yeah.
It reflects it and you have to
Yeah.
like dive through.
Oh, it's great. And then you're in Atlantis.
And then you go, he found it.
Yeah.
It was in a pond next to the house that Austin fixed.
Oh shit! What was I? Oh, fuck! I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah. Now I remember.
Respect to your dad. That's cool.
How How much time are we at?
103.
Okay.
We're cutting out what? The horse meat part?
Yeah, probably.
That was 14 minutes.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Okay, I want to ask you a question.
Yep.
Do you like the color blue?
Do I?
I'm just joking. That's not the question. So, do you know? So, Austin goes to San Jose State. We
I
know
do.
that. We covered that in the last couple of episodes. He recently told me that he signed. So, wait, before I ask Austin this question, I want to make it clear that Austin and I both want to be
Is this one dead?
almost
The body?
We both
Both batteries are dying.
we both want to be filmmakers. Austin goes to San Jose State and he's studying film, and he signed us up for a film
Campus Movie Fest.
Campus Movie Fest, a film contest, a competition for film.
I signed myself up.
He signed himself up, but we're gonna make the film together, I assume.
Yeah, no.
I was assuming that's why
there's
you were
some
telling
hoops
me.
to jump through for sure for that. That I do need to like obviously discuss with you logistically. But
Hoops
yeah,
that I have to jump through.
no, that just we will in general.
Oh.
to make it work.
Oh, okay.
It's easy. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just like some rules and stuff.
Okay. So we will probably be doing that soon.
Yeah.
Making
I
making
think
a
it
short film.
starts on the 10th.
Yeah.
I can't seem to find enough information about it.
Well,
Other than they were like, if top 16 get shown that on the last day, like after the submissions, they have a festival. The 16 best ones get shown. The best one goes to LA for the National Campus Movie Festival.
Mm-hmm.
You win that, they put you in the Cannes Film Festival, and you go.
really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. And it's the same film that goes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like the school one and then the national one, and the national one
Yep.
is the same one that was
Yep.
at the school one. Okay, we don't have to make another one. Okay. So we're gonna be doing that after we
I guess
talk
the
about
10th.
the hoops that we have to jump through. I don't
Yeah.
know what that means, but
Well, it's not hoops to jump through so much as rules we need to be mindful of
okay.
as we
Because
move
I
forward.
don't go to the school. Does it have
Yes.
anything to do with that?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
You can be a part of it and everything, and that's fine. It's just like how you're involved with it needs to be.
Okay.
We need to make sure that we follow the rules.
Yeah, yeah.
Is the point of
okay,
it.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Because I don't want to be disqualified because of something so stupid.
Yeah, because
And
I don't
then
actually go to school.
Live our life going, what if?
Yeah. So we're gonna do that, and it should be really cool, and I'm excited to do that.
I'm very excited.
And we should talk about that. We definitely will talk about that in later episodes of the podcast. And I think that was.
You know what I would like to do with this? Might be asking a lot. We should make a documentary about taking the week and making the film. Because we only have a week to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
It could be a
let's
cool thing to put on here so people can see that we do things
Yeah, let's try that.
besides just talk.
Yeah. And yeah. Okay.
Let's do that. Okay. It'll all be in black and white. Super artsy.
Yeah.
Silent film.
Yeah.
The fartist.
I guess that's a good place to wrap it up.
I think so. Natural stopping point. Watch out for that. Next week's going to be a heavy one then because of that.
Is next week the 10th?
I think so. I think we're on the.
Oh yeah,
today's
Saturday's
the 3rd.
6th. Saturday's the 6th. That means that
Yeah.
Tuesday's the 10th? Or no, Wednesday.
I think Wednesday's the 10th because I have class that day.
So that's when it starts?
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird.
Well, it's because it's normally they give you. We'll discuss the logistics
Alright.
of it. They give you a week to make a film. And put it in this festival. Apparently, it's a huge thing at San Jose. Like
Really?
the message boards are exploding.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and people are like, "Yeah, I already got my crew all put together with all these kids from the school and everything." And then it's like Austin Blaylock's crew doesn't even have an avatar picture or anything. It's just
Shit, yo.
that's it.
What are we going to do?
Well, we're gonna come out of the gate swinging, and we're gonna win because we're the sick underdog.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Who's this Austin Blaylock guy?" And they're like, "Click on his picture," and they're like, "It's just like a gray figure."
It's just like a silhouette. It's
Oh,
like a blue.
whoa, artsy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the picture from Tom from MySpace there.
That's so funny.
Um,
Man. Oh, man. it's a big thing there then?
Yeah, it's a big deal there.
Shit, man.
I actually met a kid in one of my film classes today. I heard him eavesdropping, and I brought it up to him. He gave me his info because he wants to possibly work on it with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He
I
said,
thought you were gonna say he's been going to San Jose for 15 years just so he can enter this competition, and he wins it every year, and he's just like
No.
a sick like.
No, he gave me his info and was like, "Yeah, man, like we like got to talking about it." And he was like, "I'll do like whatever," and I was like, "Sick."
Cool.
Like that's awesome.
What does he want to act, or what does he want?
He said he would literally do whatever. He was like, I usually like I'll be like a personal assistant if you guys need that. Like I can run and get coffee and stuff. And I was like, what? No. Like like I was like, dude, no. Who do you like? I literally wanted to be like, dude, like I think it's really cool that you say that. but who am I? Like,
Yeah, what
I
the
was
fuck?
like, I'm in your
Well,
intro to film history
yeah.
class.
I mean,
like,
he can get me coffee all he wants.
yeah, well, I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but no, he seemed really cool,
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
sick,
like
dude.
it's cool. They were having like some mixer or something. I don't remember when, but it was like so you could network and like build your crew there.
Crew.
But I was like,
We already got a crew.
well, yeah, and I was like, we could do this. Like,
Yeah,
I'd
dude,
rather
that's
do
sick.
it with as minimal amount of people as possible.
Yeah, that's
so
hella
that I
cool.
can just be like,
2 people made this shit, bitches.
yeah,
How many people made yours?
like
Oh,
60.
2 oh, 2
and my
also?
uncle's Christopher Nolan. So we shot it on IMAX.
Dude, that's fucked.
Um,
I bet you there's gonna be some assholes there that like rent red cameras and like.
No, they give you everything. They give you a camera, a MacBook Pro, Adobe Premiere.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Well, just for the week, you give it back.
Oh.
But yeah, I could have. You
Dude,
go to pick it up.
Go there, get that, steal it, and never go back to the school.
No, you
No?
do that. Say Austin Blaylock.
Hey, what's up, bros? My name's.
You wanna buy some,
I want to buy some bubble gum. My name's kid. What the fuck is your name? Do you have a student ID card? Yeah, my name's Austin
Blaylock, and it's like they go. Oh, we
My
got a
name's
Blaylock.
My name's yeah, that's what I meant to say, Blaylock. Whoops, yeah. You want to buy some gum?
People next to you. Oh man.
Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go sell some bubble gum to this dude.
You know what? I want to know if every single person signed up and was like, "I'm going to do my own." How many MacBook Pros do they have to have?
They're gonna give you a MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
That's sick as fuck.
Yep. It is cool. I guess within reason. Anyway, that's
Dude.
what we're doing.
This is gonna be awesome.
This is going to be cool.
Man, what hoops do we have to jump through? I'm nervous now about
Let's
that.
talk about them off of the podcast.
What does that mean? Hoops to jump through?
I have to.
I'm not a lion in a
I-
circus.
I know. And if you were, I wouldn't eat your meat. Too human.
You want to eat my meat, bro?
Stuff. And then you hold it open and you have like a bunch of different
like
sandwich
steak,
meats.
like sausages.
That's what
and,
you're saying to
like-
the kids. You're like, "Hey kids, you want to eat my meat?" And they're like, "Oh."
You want to fuck? You kids want to eat some fucking?
And then a girl throws a bag of
meat or
pennies at your
something?
face. And it tells
Like,
you-
ow! You
it tells
stupid.
you your helmet is
stupid
gay, and you're
bitch.
like, "It's the only one I have."
Why'd you throw those pennies at my face, bro? That's fucked
Why
up.
do you call everyone a bro?
Cause, bro, I'm trying to hustle and make a living, bro. Okay.
Life isn't Grand Theft Auto.
It is
That's
in
what I'd
my
like to
it
impart
is in
you
my
with.
mind, bitches.
Call to action. Life is not Grand Theft Auto. Please don't live it on the fringe.
Okay, this was number 10. We'll be back next week. Oh, one more thing. Probably should have started with this in the beginning of the podcast. Sorry there wasn't a car cast.
Yeah, stuff fell through.
Yeah, some stuff happened. Maybe there'll be one next week.
There should be. There will be.
Okay.
Let's do one.
Um,
We out.
see you later.
Mic drop. Please don't.